Hi, and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend and you're looking forward to a nice week ahead, whether you're off or still doing a bit of work, whatever is happening to you at this time of the year. I hope you are enjoying it and making the most of it. Our theme today is calm. So let us try and just weave that in and out of our practice in trying to find that calmness and chaos, just being able to bring ourselves into a calm state regardless of what's going on around us. And let's use our breath to help us just draw in to that calm place. So we'll practice that throughout the practice today, and hopefully then we'll be able to take it off the mat with us to use during our everyday life. So just a nice way to practice it and think about it for the next hour. As always, throughout your practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. So let us begin our practice lying down. Making yourself nice and comfortable on your mat. Keep the knees bent and the feet about shoulder width apart. If you happen to have a ponytail or anything, it's always good to just lie on it, just so your head is very slightly raised off the mat. Close your eyes and slow down. Let go of your day and everything that's going on in your world. Let go of your roles, responsibilities, labels. Just bring yourself to your mat. Zoning in on the shape of your body on the mat. The space that you're occupying. Your orientation, where your head is pointed, and your feet. Where you are in the space that you're practicing. Being aware of your physical shape and how it occupies a space in the room. Notice your feet, how the mat feels under your feet. The temperature of your feet. Notice your legs, your knees, your thighs, how they feel in this position. Notice the lightness of the knees. Notice where the base of your spine is connected to the mat. And how your spine interacts with the mat. Where it leaves it, where it's connected to it. Work your way up your spine with your attention from the base right up to where your head is on the mat. Becoming aware of each vertebrae. Notice your shoulder blades. Are they connected to the mat? Can you deepen that connection? Notice your arms and your hands, the feel of the mat beneath your hands. Notice how your rib cage moves with your breath. Notice the front of your rib cage, the sides, and the back of your rib cage. How it moves in its entirety with your breath. And then focusing on your breath, let's begin now to direct it. Inhaling through your nose, filling your belly. Pause. And then exhaling through your nose. And let's count that breath as we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pause, 2, 3, 4, and inhale, 2, 3, 4. Finding a rhythm that works for you and your breath. Counting in your head as you breathe. And let's take 3 more breaths here as you count out that rhythm. Excuse me. And then when you're ready, lifting the feet up off the mat, keeping the knees bent, let the soles of the feet look towards the ceiling. And bringing those hands, those elbows inside the knees, just holding on to the outside of the feet with the hands in this happy baby pose. And as you breathe here, allow a feeling of calmness to wash over your body. And then hugging those knees into the chest. Just having a stillness here. letting your feet come down onto the mat. Let's cross that right leg over the left. Double cross if you can, if that works for you. Rolling over onto your left side. Right palm on top of left. Let's draw it all the way over to the right, following it with your gaze. Adjust the upper body as you need to. And then focus on your breath. Drawing that right arm all the way back to meet the left, unraveling the legs, rolling over onto your back once again as we cross the left leg over the right. Double cross if you can. And rolling over to your right side. Left palm on top of right. And again, drawing that arm all the way over to the left, following it with your gaze. Encouraging that left knee towards the mat. And then just focusing on your breath. Forget about the pose. Forget about how you are in it. Just be in the present moment, focusing on your breath. And then drawing the left arm all the way back to meet the right palm, unraveling the legs, coming back to the center once again. And let's raise both legs up, flexing the feet. So some people find this pose really easy, and if that's you, great. If you find it challenging, you can always bend your knees, or you might like to have your legs just a little bit lower down so they're not totally vertical. Find your best version of this pose. And once you're in it, forget about it. And let your full attention just go to your breath. Taking 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, let those feet come down onto the mat. And we're going to swing around to come and lie on our bellies. Let the arms come out long, forehead down onto the mat. And again, once you're in the position, just breathe. And then when you're ready, draw that left leg up. As high up as it can go, so draw the knee up as far as you can bring it. And then come down with the forehead down once again. and lifting yourself up. Just walk that left foot across. So you're coming into your pigeon pose, and again, lying all the way down, focusing on your breath. So the poses and the practice we're doing today, although they'll seem quite subtle, is really all about strengthening your back and your hips and opening your hips. And then when you're ready, lowering that left leg back down as you lie out flat again on your belly. Take a breath. Draw the right knee up as high as it can go comfortably. And again, once you're there, once you're in the pose, let calmness wash over you as you just focus on your breath. Nothing else matters. Then drawing those hands back as you just momentarily lift up. Let this foot come across in front of that extended left leg, and once again, bringing yourself down onto your mat. And breathing. And when you're ready, lower that right leg down to extend it out again. Bringing those elbows under the forearms, we come into a nice Sphinx pose, so a nice gentle back bend here. And then lowering the forehead down onto the mat. Bring those arms down by your sides. And now we're just going to draw the forehead and chest away from the mat, coming up as high as your body will allow you, keeping the gaze on the mat. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then slowly lowering the forehead and chest back down onto the mat. Bringing the hands either side of the chest. Let's push back into a child's pose. Arms behind you. Allowing the back to round, the body to soften. One more breath. And then from here, rising up onto your knees, extending as you draw the arms up past the ears. And then coming back into your child's pose. So let's speed this up a little bit. Working with our breath, we want to inhale as we rise up. And exhale down into your child's pose. And again, inhale, lifting up. And exhale as we come down. 3 more times, working with your own breath, flowing movement in time with your breath, getting that synchronicity between the breath and the movement. And from here, coming up to kneel. If this is comfortable for you, if a kneel like this isn't comfortable for you, you can either put a cushion underneath you here to kind of hold you in a comfortable position, or come straight up into a high kneel as opposed to a low kneel. So whatever works for you. Sitting up tall, lengthen through the spine, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, bringing that right arm into the center of the body, with the left arm wrapping it underneath. If the palms can touch, great. If they can't, great. Wherever you are, raise the elbows up, just draw those arms away a little bit from your forehead so you get that nice stretch of the shoulders. Engaging that core now as you exhale. One more breath. Unravel the arms. Let's take it to the other side. So now the left arm is in the center, the right arm comes under it. Elbows up, palms away. Lifting the pelvic floor as you exhale. And releasing the arms down, let's draw those hands behind our back. If you can bring them into prayer behind your back, do. Feeling the chest open. If that's too big a stretch, you can just fold your arms like this. That might be more comfortable. So this or this, whichever works for you. Find your position. Sitting up tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Find that length, feel the chest open. And then close the eyes and breathe in the calmness. One more breath here. Releasing the hands down, coming up into tabletop And from here, lowering down into a puppy dog pose. So remember, we want the forehead to come down onto the mat. The arms to extend out, feeling that length in the spine. And then when you're ready, making your way back up into tabletop. And inhale as you raise your left arm up. Exhale as you thread it through under your right arm, bringing your shoulder and ear down onto the mat. Flowing through that, connected to the breath. As you just move the body. 3 more times. And then taking it over to the other side. So with the right arm, doing it 5 times on this side again. And then coming back into your tabletop. From here, let's make our way up into a downward dog. So curling those toes, activating those hands. Push the hips back to the heels. Get the spine in its nice optimal position. And then just begin to stretch out the legs. Pedaling your way through. Until you're ready to come to stillness. And in your downward dog here, let's take 3 breaths again. Forget about the pose now. You are where you are. Accept it. And let a calmness wash over you as you focus on your breath. And when you're ready, walking the the feet up to meet the hands, so you're in a forward fold. You can just let those hands step a little bit in front of your feet. So you're not really deep. You've got a nice long spine here. Draw your shoulders back a little bit. And then let's turn those feet out. You can open the feet a little bit wider if you want. Turn the toes out to the edge of the mat. And let's lower down into a squat, pressing those elbows against the knees. palms together, taking a breath here. And then bringing those hands down, inhale into your stand. Your stand with your hands on the ground, and exhale into your squat. Hopefully I didn't confuse you there. So maybe just take a look at what we're doing here. We're in our squat, and then we put the hands down. Inhale to straighten the legs, and exhale back down into our squat. Let's flow through that now. Two more. Let's meet here in our squat. And now let's activate those legs. So let's press those knees in as they push the elbows towards each other. And then the elbows don't have to meet, they just come a little bit closer, and then press those knees away with the elbows. So push the knees in, and then push the knees away. Let's synchronize it again with the breath. Inhale, knees draw together. Exhale, push the knees apart. 3 more. And then bringing the hands down onto the mat, bring them behind you as you come into a staff pose. Flexing the feet, hands either side of the hips, sitting up tall. Zone into your seat bones, equal weight on both seat bones. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Engage the core here, and let's just breathe. And from here, let's begin to fold forward. So again, work with your body. You can bend your knees if you wish. Just go with your body as suits. And again, remember we're focusing on the back. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Maybe lifting it a little bit away from your legs. And then exhale as you deepen the fold. And one more breath here. And then let's come all the way up to sit. Once again, bending this left knee. So you're crossing it underneath you. And let's lift up this right leg into a cradle pose. So we're just sitting up tall, drawing this leg into our bodies. You'll feel the hip working here. One more breath. And let's release that leg down and switch it over to the other side. Cradling the arm, encouraging it in nice and close to the body. And breathe. And then letting that foot come down onto the mat again. And with your left hand down by your side, draw the right arm up. Let's take a bend to the left. And you might want to use a block for this, if you wish. As we take that bend to the left, gazing forward and up. Focusing on that spine, keeping it long. And then taking it over to the other side. Coming back to upright here as we take a twist to the left, using that leg, that left leg with the right hand to just help deepen the twist. And then taking it around to the other side. And coming back to your center, take a breath here. And let's come once again into our tabletop. Setting up those hands, we're going to step back into a plank. So stepping the legs back, getting those shoulders over the wrists, pressing away from the mat. 3 breaths here. Coming down onto your knees and feet, staying in this half plank here as we lower down onto our forearms. And from here, we're going to come back into a plank. Try to keep your shoulders over your elbows. Your hands can either be pointing straight out in front of you, or you might prefer to clasp your fingers. So whatever, again, works best for you in this pose, do. And let's come into our forearm plank here for 3 breaths. And again, bringing the knees down, this time pushing back into your extended child's pose, arms out in front of you. And once again, moving it into your plank. Taking a breath here. Then stepping it up into a downward dog. Taking a breath. Stepping the feet back into your plank for a breath. And drawing up to your downward dog. Three more times. A breath in plank, and then a breath in downward dog. Make your way into the pose, and then just focus on your breath. Accept that you are where you are in your pose, wherever that is. And invite calmness into your body and mind through your breath. And then coming back once again into your plank. Let your right foot come onto its side. Step that left foot into the center as you draw your left arm up. Keeping the hip raised. And then drawing the hand down as you come back into your plank. And let's take it over to the other side. So onto the side of the left foot. Right foot comes into the center, raising that right arm up. And drawing the right hand down, stepping it back into your plank. One more breath here. And bringing the knees down. Once again, pushing all the way back. And when you're ready, coming into your staff pose once again. Legs extended, toes pointing upright. Let's come into our forward fold again. And when you're ready, drawing back up to sit, let's bend this right leg, bringing it behind you. Let that left leg just have the shin parallel with the short side. Your right leg shin parallel with the long side as we take a twist to that left. Again, allowing that extension now of this hip. One more breath here. And coming back to upright, let's just swap those legs around and take it to the other side. And coming back to the center, let the legs come out long. Bending the knees as you lower down onto the mat. And bringing the arms out into a T. Let those legs fall over to the left as the gaze goes to the right. And then let's take that over to the other side. And then coming back, bringing those knees back to the center. And arms down by your side, hugging those knees into the chest, taking a little roll here from side to side. Just massaging out the back. When you're ready, coming to stillness here. Let those legs come out long. Feet flopping out to the side. Palms facing upwards. Releasing the body. And filling the calm. Letting go the toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles. Letting go your calves and your shins, your knees, front and back. Your thighs, front and back. Letting go your glutes, and your pelvis, the small of your back, the length of your spine, the back of your rib cage, and your shoulder blades. Just let it go. Letting go the whole front of your body, front of your rib cage, chest and shoulders. Letting go your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. The whole of your body, let it go. And taking time here for gratitude. Gratitude for your ability to draw calmness through your breath. And then let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhale through your nose. Each breath just helping you connect a little deeper with your inner self. And conjure up in your mind a really calm place, a place that to you brings you calm. And imagine that you're there in that place. Take it all in. Notice the sights, the smells, the sounds, the textures. Notice it all. Immerse yourself in that place. And find a place here to rest comfortably. Letting that sensation of calmness fill your body. And your breath just helping you to sustain that feeling of calmness. And spend a few minutes here.